Bat-nested cliffs tumble to frothing waves. Its rural lanes are flanked by hedgerows and walled rocks. The closer we draw, the more the island hangs low to meet the naked eye. This is Ndame, planted like a gate at the bay entrance of Limbe. After over 100 years, indigenes of Ndame, a small island found some 8 nautical miles away from Limbe, are returning to the land of their ancestors to reconnect to history. This trip is emotional for them. Ndame Island is one of the indigenous villages that make up the Wovia clan, located in Limbe 2 subdivision in Cameroon's southwest region. Over there, that's to the east, is Mondoli Island. To the south, we have Malabo, Equatorial Guinea. And to its west, we have some west coast villages. With rhythms of the past, we hike the rocky path to the top of the 6 hectares island. Ngomaliangu, the dance of the water goddesses and princesses. They stylishly mince their feet, twist their waist, and roll their eyes along. You can say it's a dance for the beauty queens. It is the first time in a century and a half that indigenes of Ndame Island are gathering for Malokomayo Ewokendene. Loosely translated, it can pass for local Olympics.
Since 1888, our ancestors, when they have those difficulties, they went to their sister's village. It was like a place that they just was coming for doing their traditional rites. So after the government in 2007, when they were creating other subdivisions in Cameroon and Limbe 2 in particular, Ndame was recognized as a chiefdom. So the Wovia people thought it wise that let the Ndame people come together back and see how they can build back their village. So that is why we remember what was happening through the stories of our forefathers that was happening in Ndame and especially in the Wokendene. So we thought it wise that we should come back.
But we've been here just for a few hours. And obviously there's been quite a lot of human habitation on the top of the island, but if you look at if you walk around the edges, I guess there's probably a fair amount of biodiversity there. We've seen a lot of bats already. I think the island is famous for its bats. So and because it's also an island, potentially it could become a protected area for bats, because obviously for Limbe Wildlife Centre we're here to try and promote the message of environmental protection.
The one-day cultural event saw the 3 ancestral neighborhoods of the island, Litongola Ndame, Liwola Ndame, and Mosonjomo Ndame, all compete in different games. The strength of the thorax is tested by these men as they wrestle, while the women showcase dodging patterns as they run and skip to get points.
I feel very excited. After a very long period of time, we are back here again in our roots.
As a culturalist, I love this wrestling. I'm so overwhelmed with some of those plays, like the Maloko. It almost went to an extinct, but I saw it in Ndame. I was so happy that it's still existing.
The festival here has been quite exciting. For the first time, having this crowd of people here at the heart of the ocean, I think is worthwhile. I enjoyed the ride from the boat and back here.
They are a people at sea, so coastal games are their delight. It's a flat water racing. You can call it a canoe sprint, wherein we have over 30 men from each of these two teams racing to and fro as they paddle in unison on both sides to obtain the trophy. Well, it's so much joy because it's something which is ancestral for them, and these youth get to relive this moment. It's not been done this way for a very long time in this part of the country. Let's follow the race and catch up with the winners at the other end of the island. We are racing back to the island with the winners, Ndame. Another set of locals are set for a swimming competition. Mind you, we are at the high sea, yet the not so gentle, salty waves cannot deter them. Visitors therefore watch all these games coupled with the sea diving, and they are in awe, especially those who have never been at sea before.
And this is a great adventure. You know, in Bamenda we don't have water like this. This is my first time of cutting across the sea.
It was my first time experiencing water, and for me I had no problem, though I thought it would have been very difficult for me. I'm so happy seeing nature this part of the world.
It has been very nice, enriching, because we have had time to see culture firsthand. We have witnessed the canoe race, then afterwards we had swimming.
The cultural manifestations are hosted at an arena on the island called Ndame, a place where oral history says marriages were joined, new warriors were discovered, and culture celebrated before 1888 when the early settlers left for nearby villages. These descendants of Ekande, a fisherman who came from Equatorial Guinea, continued their day on the land with merriment, award of prizes and medals to those who won at the Ewokendene Games. But their minds flash back to their roots.